Okay, I'm going to show you a stretch to open up your hips and your back. If you're anything like me, then you've got a lot of muscular imbalances. And on my right side, I feel the stretch directly in my hip joint and my glute med area and my glute max, which is like really, really, really tight. And then on my left side, I have a really lax hip and I get a lot of clicking and popping. And my low back on that side is very, very tight, especially my QL. So I feel that stretch on my left side in my low back. And after I do this exercise or this stretch, it feels like my hips are moving how they should, and I just feel a lot more open. I have a lot more mobility, and getting up from sitting down is not painful. Sometimes I get like a click or a pop in my hips, or it feels like my SI joint adjusts a little bit whenever I'm sitting down and then standing up. So this really helps a lot. Stretches in the frontal plane. So you're gonna get onto your side. Bottom leg goes completely straight. Keep that knee completely straight. Other leg up like this. If you don't have the mobility to get in this position, work up to it. You can start laying down. And then bring those hips forward so your ankle, knee, hip, and shoulder all in line. And this is a lot of stress on that shoulder, so try to engage the muscles, the lat muscle, to depress your shoulder blade down to keep your shoulder nice and stable. And you're going to feel a stretch right through here or down into your hip or even down your IT band area. It's a stretch for that whole lateral line all along there, which is really our hard area to hit. So you can hold it for for time. Maybe do like 30 seconds to a minute, about 2 reps. But sometimes if you want to get a little more bang for your buck, you can pop up on that using your lat. Pop up as high as you can go, and then slowly lower. And it's what is called an eccentric contraction. And by slowly lowering that, you're resisting gravity to pull you down. So you're loading that tissue up a lot, which is going to elongate the tissue. So you're strengthening and stretching at the same time. Really effective. You do like 5 to 10 times, or until your shoulder gets tired. But yeah, it's a good stretch. It's really helped me over the last couple of weeks. I've noticed the last couple of weeks, whenever I go for runs, my strides are a lot longer than they used to be. I'm not taking like huge choppy steps. I'm actually like able to actually extend my hips, which is a huge improvement. I'll show you a different view of my other leg. Leg straight. This is my tighter side. So pop up onto that hand. Other hand up here. Try to keep those hips in line with the knee, the ankle, and the shoulder. And eccentrically load. This side's so much tighter. Excuse me. So not only is this exercise amazing for your hips and low back, it's pretty good for everybody too, because a lot of times people's lat muscles, the big back muscles that go all the way from your shoulder down to your low back, to your hips, they get really tight because of our positions we're in all the time, of sitting with our arms folded in towards us. And what this exercise does is you're hitting it from a different angle that's not used to. And you're doing an eccentric contraction like I was talking about, which helps elongate the muscle and strengthen at the same time. So it's pretty good for shoulder health, as long as you do it correctly. You want to try to maintain good form. If you get too fatigued, stop doing it. when I first started doing this stretch, I would feel it all the way on this side from my knee all the way up to my shoulder. It's pretty intense. Now I feel it mostly top of the hip in that same really tight spot inside the actual hip joint, right above the hip joint. Oh, come out of it slow, because that was a lot.